Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today video is about the radiological finding and rickets. So I have actually enumerated them as 8, so we will discuss one by one. So starting with cupping, so by cupping we mean that the metaphyseal end become kind of concave. So you remember cupping by being the concave metaphysis. The second thing is uh, we call it, which is called is splaying. So we remember it by splaying with spreading. So if you see here, this is a normal metaphysis, and if you see here, it is widened. So this wideness, the spreading of the metaphysis is called splaying. Uh, Third finding is we call it fraying. So fraying actually means that if you have some cloth and the threads come out of it and it becomes, so we call it this cloth is very easily fraying. So this is the same thing. If you compare these two pictures, this is very sharp border of metaphysis, but here you can see this is a kind of irregular. So this we the fraying is the third finding, and it means that the border of the metaphyses are not very sharp and it's kind of coarse, and if you compare the two things you can easily find this is frayed and there is no fraying in here. These are the top 3 findings. The fourth one is bowing up diaphysis, which is the shaft may be a little bit bow and in severe cases. So this is the fourth finding. The fifth finding is the coarse trabeculation in the diaphysis, and we can, if you see this picture, so if you see that these are not very very sharp shaft of the bone, so it's kind of very coarse appearance, and it can be seen in very advanced rickets. The This is the fifth. So the sixth one is rarefaction or decrease in density of bone. So if you compare these two x-ray, one is before treatment and one is after treatment, so this bone is very dense as compared to this one. So you can see this is very important. So overall generalized density of the bone decreases. Okay, the next finding is widening of the growth plate. So very important finding, and for this to show I will focus on this x-ray. So if you see, this is the growth plate in here. This area is too wide and as compared to this one. The reason for being is that there is decreased mineralization in here and there decreased calcification in here, so it kind of become wide and the distance become it increases. Similarly here you can see it has increases compared to this one. So this is the widening of the growth plate or the widening of Pisces. So it's a very important finding. And the last finding that we can see is white line of Frankl, and actually it is when we start treatment we see a dense zone in the area of primary provisional area of calcification, and this you can, if you can see, so here you do not see any calcification happening here, but here you can see this white line and this white line, and this is appearing after treatment, and there is evidence of calcification now here, so we call it white line of Frankl, and it could be easily seen on x-ray, and this is how you can monitor actually your patient response. So the top F finding are cupping, which is concavity, splaying, which is spreading and widening of metaphysis, fraying, which is losing the sharp border, bowing up diaphysis, which could be seen on long x-ray, on long bone x-ray. Coarse trabeculation I have showed you here. Rarefaction I have shown you here. Less dense and more dense, and widening of the growth plate I have shown you here, the widening of growth plate, and then I have also shown white line of Frankl. Thank you so much.